Hi, my name is Emily Edwards, and I'm the founder of the Good Birth Company, formerly known as Push Birth and Baby. I'm here tonight filming my video about why I deserve to be the grand prize winner of this absolutely beautiful prize package that all of you lovely ladies have put together. So I hope you enjoy and thank you for all that you do, and I really appreciate the wonderful opt-ins as well. So, to answer question number one, which is who are your people and how are you helping them? Simply put, my people are grown ass human beings who carry fetuses and then birth them. Plain and simple. I used to use less inclusive language, very heteronormative, like woman, mother, um, that type of thing. And I've been working really hard to change that language. So I'm still kind of stumbling over the concept of identifying my clients as just human beings rather than females or women. But obviously, the majority of my clientele are women or people who identify as women. So that's just a little interesting tidbit. So my mission is to help those human beings have a good birth on their own terms, regardless of what that may look like. So, through evidence informed, honest education, these grown ass human beings become empowered to know what they want and how to get it. Question number two, why did you start your business? I started the Good Birth Company to fill the giant gap um, in the reproductive health world. I found the two ends of the spectrum were too extreme and didn't allow women to safely explore all of their options. Um, there has to be a middle ground between highly medically managed OB led birth um, and birthing alone in the middle of a forest with the deer and the squirrels. Um, both options are available, but for me personally, and a lot of women that I've talked to, those are two extremes of a spectrum and they fall somewhere in the middle. Um, and I think that those people and first time moms who don't know what they need, especially first time moms, um, need to get help and support in the middle rather than having to seek out one of those ends of the spectrum. Um, and mommy war culture is fierce when it comes to birth choices. I wanted to provide a space in that messy middle, like I said, to learn and grow and leave my clients ready to tackle whatever comes their way. After birthing all of my children very differently, I know how important being empowered with knowledge is when it comes to having a good birth. And I also started my business to find freedom from the traditional Monday to Friday life. You know, the whole concept of working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Not my thing. It doesn't fit with who I am and my own personal values in terms of being present for my family, but also being able to give a lot to myself. Um, by trade, I'm an RN. So traditionally, that role puts me in a shift working position, which is hard enough as is. Um, you know, Technically, I lucked out that I got a Monday to Friday, 8 to 4 job right around the corner. So overall, pretty good setup, but it was still feeling confining. I also was raised in a home where both of my parents were entrepreneurs. They worked in the hospitality industry, so their hours were very non traditional. And it afforded them flexibility to be present for my life and present in my life. Um, and I also saw them have time to do things for themselves, take vacations or trips with or without us, with each other or on their own. And I want a life like that, not where I have to sign a paper and submit it to someone else to determine if I get to have that time with my family or not. And as an aside, my husband is a budding hip hop artist, and his schedule is changing, and we are having more events where we need to travel for, and that's something I value to support him in. And again, I don't want to have to submit that paper and cross my fingers that that vacation time's granted. Um, I want the lifestyle that my parents had when they raised my sister and I. And not to mention, as an RN, um, I'm privileged to have a steady job, a permanent job with good pay, but there is a slow, steady climb to the top of that pay scale, in terms of salary. And then you coast to your retirement. That didn't jive with the big dreams that I have for myself. And I want to be able to pursue those big dreams, without a glass ceiling above my head. So, question number 3 is, what do you love about being a mom? Well, I'm going to be 100% honest that most of the time I'm a pretty mediocre mom. Set the bar low. Most of the time I hit it. My kids have clean clothes, they're safe, they're fed most of the time, and life is good. But all jokes aside, I am a mom to Kian, Orion, and Pharaoh, who are 7, 3.5, and almost 12 weeks, as well to Alpha and Bravo, who were our twins that we lost last year. Just wait, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Kian. I'm 6 years old, turning 7 in May 17th. Bye.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm you're and a half. And a half.
Well, there are lots of incredible things about being a mom, being their mom, I should say. The number one thing would be watching them grow into their own people. You start with this little baby that you get to know literally as a fetus inside of your body, and then you watch them go through all of those big changes and milestones, and you learn their sense of humor, and I think it's a really cool privilege, and I absolutely love it. So, why I want to win the grand prize? Um, like I said, I am very lucky. I'm very privileged, and I'm so grateful that the life I have been given, um, the life that I've worked for very hard for, but also been lucky enough that as a white straight female, I've been able to do a lot of these things, just by nature of that. And I recognize that, and I'm so grateful for it. That being said, it hasn't been super easy. And over the course of the last 5 years, which is how long I've actually been working on launching this business to, um, just to the world, let alone being profitable. Um, it's taken me a long time, and I've been down on myself about that. But now I'm looking back and thinking, I've done so many things in that period of time, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. I think that time was needed to bring me to today, where I can rock this. Like, I feel ready for this, and I feel that there's space for me, and there's a need for my voice and my message. Um, and so it's time. Um, so I gotta say, I was lucky enough to attend a planning event with Catherine, the Modern Planner, this week, and I was an absolute planning nerd heaven. It hit me that I've been seriously neglecting this part of me that not only thrives with structure, but also loves the process of planning. Um, to me, it's really therapeutic, and it makes me feel energized. So winning her intentional planning course alone would be unreal. Um, but the fact that all like the grand prize has all of the things, means winning it would make my rebranding launch completely and utterly epic. Like, would take me from Destiny's Child Beyonce to Homecoming at Coachella Beyonce. Like that much level. So building a beautiful, powerful, yet approachable brand is my goal. And with each talented professional I would get to work with after winning the prize, I know my online presence would position me to connect and change lives. It's not something that I could accomplish on my own and without winning this prize. Um, I would be honored to get to work with all of you wonderful ladies. And if I could tell mothers everywhere one thing, just one thing, uh, it would be that there are very few aspects of parenthood that are easy. But don't worry, you are way stronger and more capable than you think you are. You've got this. Um, so I just wanted to wrap this up with the fact that I'm wearing green. I did sing something in my video. Um, and I guess I have to name somebody I'd like to enter with me. The person would be Jenny Cox of Jenny Cox Photography, a single mom who is absolutely killing it. She's such an inspiration, so she's very deserving of this prize for sure. Um, and I guess like the philosophy and the feel behind the Good Birth Company is something, it's a little rebellious. It's pushing the status quo, it's questioning the norm, and um, but yet it's something that anyone would feel interested and curious about approaching. It's not just speaking to, those fiery rebels in the group. It's speaking to anyone who just knows that they want something better. So my favorite quote that really inspires me and kind of fuels this movement is Malcolm X quote, which actually hangs in my baby's nursery, and it says, "So early in my life, I had learned that if you want something, you better make some noise." So behind the Good Birth Company is a voice. It's a business that's going to hold the hand of these families, these individuals who are seeking um, the right to do what they want. And I really think there's a place for that in today's world where women are starting to, again, not just women, but anyone, any family who is having a child, they're questioning the whole thing. So I'm here to help give them a voice and to teach them how to use their own voice because mine doesn't matter in this scenario. So I've got to say, thank you so much for offering the opportunity to enter this contest. I would love to win for obvious reasons. I wish you all the best and hopefully we can work together in some capacity in the future. Thank you.